So after we've done some exercises on common logarithms, that is log with base 10, now we move on to the logs with other bases. But basically the operations are pretty much the same, okay, except this, which we'll get later. So here's a quick revision. Log base 2 of 256 equals to what? What does that exactly mean? This actually means 2 to the what power equals to 256, okay? So the number after you've logged is actually the index. And in this case, 256 is actually 2 to the power of 8, okay? And therefore, question mark is actually 8. Now let's try this question. We want to find the log with base 1 over 4 of 32. Now it's not obvious because 32 is not a integral power of 4 or 1 over 4. So this is not easy to look at this like that. So here's a tip for you. We have to look for common base of this base and this number. Okay, and then we could apply this. Let's see how we do it. Here, using this formula, I move this base to the bottom and they both apply with the same base. Now I picked this to be a 2. Why? Because 32 is some power of 2 and 1 over 4 is also some other power of 2. Then you could simplify up and bottom. Another way to do this is using the common log. Okay, so this is actually base 10. Then we could still move the power to the front like that. And because they are both in terms of log 2, we could still arrive at the same answer. Okay, but this has to be in the same base, otherwise it won't work anyway. Now this question, we want to simplify this expression now in terms of x, where x is greater than 0, which is normal because the stuff after the log must be greater than 0. And also strangely, x cannot be equal to 1. Why? Because when x equals to 1, this will be 1, this will be 1, and log of, regardless of what base, log of 1 equals to 0, and this will be also 0. So 0 minus 0, the denominator will be 0, right? So that's not what we wanted. So anyway, these two are just to stay safe so that this expression makes sense, but it doesn't really concern us. Now when you look at this, these four terms, we cannot apply these two laws because the condition is that they have to be in the same base, okay? But for now, they are not in the same base. But one thing that you can notice is that all these have to do with the common base of 5. So again, we use this rule here, okay? So we break, for example, for this one, we break this up into log of this thing over log of this base, okay? And we will choose the common log, which is 10, and we apply the same to each of these four terms. For example, this would be log x squared, and 125 would be 5 to the third power. And this is 1 over x is just x to the negative 1 over 5 to the 1 over 2 power. And this would be a log of x to 4 over third power. So then if we use this law here, we move the power to the front like this. And so now we see there's a lot of common factors we could factor out. So then the next step would be factorizing out like this. And of course, after canceling, we got this answer.